and why, and you know, it's kind of confusing for country kids too. And if you think about Chautauqua County, some of our towns have only got 1 or 2 stoplights. Ripley just got one. And if you live up in the hills or out down on the lake, that's something that's not second nature to children to understand what side of the street you're supposed to be on with the green light and the red light. So wow, what a great idea to have that opportunity. And the stop signs, and I saw fire hydrants there the other day.
Yes,
where'd those come from? That's pretty cool.
Well, they were donated to us,
yeah. So it's really starting to dress up like a little town, isn't it?
Exactly, right.
Okay, you talked a little bit about the age group, so we're talking about kindergarten and so forth, up to 5th grade, but what kinds of things are you going to be teaching? So you said something about a grant that's come through right now. How much is that for?
$1.76 million.
Wow, and who's paying for that?
That was part of a stimulus package that we received recently from the federal government.
Awesome. Okay, and that's for the classroom building?
Yeah, it's a bricks and mortar grant. It's for the educational facility and also for the storage facility. Okay,
so now let's get to where I started. So we're going to have a bunch of kids coming through, and you said thousands and thousands and thousands, and I'm sure there will be. What are you going to teach those kids? I mean, why aren't they learning this in school? Why are they learning this at home?
They are learning some of this in school. I know that the teachers are required to take so much of their day and commit that to teaching fire safety and so forth. But our approach is we want to bring a real hands-on approach to the children so that they're actually in that situation, have been through it before in case, you know, something should happen in their own home. They've been there, they've done that. So I think that it will make a bigger impact on the kids, and I think it may also, if it works, you know, with the whole school system, it will alleviate some of the teaching that the teachers have to take time out of their normal class day, you know, to teach the kids, and so I think it'll be a good thing.
Really? I know if there's teachers listening right now, especially at the elementary, they're probably going, phew, that's going to be great if we just get our kids over there. The curriculum and the things that we have to teach I'm a former teacher, the things we have to teach every single year keeps piling up more and more and more and more and more. And safety and a few other things, they're taught, but we all know that things start to get squeezed and squinched down. Think about this. Imagine now that you'd be able to take the kids to a place where the focus is safety. So let's talk about safety for a minute. What kinds of safety are you talking about here?
Well, the street safety we've talked about a little bit.
Okay.
The bicycle safety, there's actual bicycles that have been donated from both Holly Loft, and we did receive a grant for some of those, and Walmart has also donated bicycles. Real Estate Advantage has donated a lifetime worth of helmets for the kids, and they will learn about bicycle safety. They'll learn how to wear their helmet properly and the importance of that. They're going to learn all the, you know, how to do the hand signals and so forth, and why you ride on the road and with traffic, and you don't ride on the sidewalks and those kind of things.
Why don't we just catch your breath for a second.
Yeah.
They gave me the signal that we have a caller. So, caller, are you there?
Yes, I am. How are you, John?
Good. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. Quick question.
Sure.
Now, each of those buildings, there was a certain amount of money that they had to pay. I was looking at your guys' website, and there's a certain amount of money. Is there any spots left if anybody wanted to, you know, build a building there, or are you all taken up?
There are 5 sites left, and we do intend down the road to put a few more sites along the outskirts of the village as well. So yes, there are sites available. They are $5,000 for the pad that is already poured there of the concrete, and that's if you would like to build your own building there and pay for your own building materials and so forth. A lot of businesses didn't want to deal with having to find contractors, design the building and so forth. So if you want just to have that all done for you, the village will do that, and that would be for $15,000. Portion of that going towards the upkeep of the building and so forth.
Some money there to keep the village
exactly.
going. Exactly. Okay. Anything else, caller?
No, I think that's it. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we were talking. Ooh, I'm getting feedback on my own earpiece here. Wow. We talked about pedestrian safety and bicycle safety, and believe me when I say this, I wish I had that when I was a kid, because I remember the first time I ever got on a bicycle, I crashed right into a mailbox in Buffalo. Nobody taught me how to ride a bike. Sorry, Dad. But we didn't have bikes. I always borrowed my friends, and then off I went and crashing everywhere. But what else? What other kinds of safety are you going to deal with?
Well, the one I think is especially important is the fire safety. And we have some state-of-the-art equipment for teaching this, and a portion of our educational center is devoted to fire safety. There's a part that's an actual kitchen and bedroom and so forth that the kids will learn about fire safety in the classroom portion, and then they're actually taken into this house, so to speak. And while they're in there, the fire alarms go off and simulated smoke starts to fill the air. Kids are taught how to get down and on their hands and knees and climb out, and they go to one door and they feel that door, and that door is hot, so they know they can't open that door or go out that way. They have to find another means to get out. And there's several teaching tools along the way, and finally they get to a bedroom window where they have to take the ladder and put it over the edge, and there's a little half story that the kids climb out, and there's a special meeting place, and they account for everyone that was in their group, and so that, like we said before, if that should ever happen in their home, they're going to, remember what it was that they did at the village, and, hopefully it's going to save lives.
Okay. And this is a good place for us to maybe give you a chance to kick back a little bit and relax. I want to introduce Penny Echard, who is a volunteer to the village, and she's got a story she wants to share with you that's pretty heart-wrenching, folks. But on the other hand, it's from some of these situations that takes place in our lives that good things can come of it, and we all can learn from it. And Penny, welcome to the show today.
Thank you.
And you're going to tell us a little bit about what I just mentioned. So,
Okay.
You got it.
I'm a mother of 5, and I have been through a tragedy. I have lost 3 of my children in a fire.
How tragic.
So I am so willing to help out this village in order to prevent another family from going through what we did.
Sure, sure.
So, on April 1st of 2003, we lost 3 of our children, not in our own home, but in Grandma's house.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to get across to everybody to teach fire safety, not only in your own home, but in Grandma's house and any other daycare provider.
So let's hold that thought for a second. So those are the things you're talking about that the Safety Village would address?
Correct.
You said about the ladder, the when the alarms go off, and if they see smoke and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, back to you, Penny.
In 2003, we had lost 2 girls. I have pictures of them.
Oh.
Danielle Marie,
Mm-hmm.
who was 6, and Janelle Raylin, who was 4, along with their brother,
Mm-hmm.
Billy, who was 11.
I remember that story. Heart goes out to you guys.
My husband and I were both working, and Grandma was going to get them on the bus. I had to be to work very early, so like a lot of families in this situation, Grandma, I agreed to let her keep them overnight so I could go to work early. My husband is an over-the-road truck driver, so he was already on the road.
And I think a lot of families are in the same situation where Grandma's
Right.
helping out. And that's why we wanted you here today, because a lot of grandparents are listening in right now.
Right. That night, the house caught on fire, and
gosh.
we were unable to get the children out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm here today to bring awareness to families, to help prevent them from going through what we had to, and to help try to save a child's life.
So right now, at this point, knowing what you know, what would be one thing that parents, grandparents should know about that maybe you've learned and you could share with those folks right now?
I think when you take your child to a daycare provider or grandmas, aunts, uncles, whoever, you always have in the back of your mind that it's a safe place.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's going to happen to you, as I thought. always be aware and always
Kind of check things
Teach
out.